Pisces, this is your read. Um, so we rolled, you could be dealing with an Aries or a Virgo. At the top of the read, we have marriage. We also have main male and bad health in the reverse. You could be healing from something. It doesn't have to be physical. It could be emotional. It could be mental. Um, at the heart of the situation, we have general um, generational wealth. Um, that's 10 pentacles. So maybe family wealth or legacy. We also have clarifying 10 pentacles. We have see what's real. Observe with clarity. True insight lies beyond the surface. Okay, so in the challenge position, we do have um, 5 of Cups. So something is gone that is not coming back, but yet there is something remaining. Perhaps you're not seeing because you're focused on the 3 cups that are spilt. Clarifying the 5 of Cups, we have seed of potential. Plant the seed of potential and nurture its sprouting. Promise with care and intention. So it's talking about like the 2 cups behind him, right? And how he must cross the bridge back to his castle, right? He's just focused on that right there. So again, we did have marriage and main male at the top of the reading. This is a general message, but I feel like there's layers in this reading. Everything might not resonate with you, but definitely there's some wisdom here. So you are dealing with the 5th Sephira. I'm getting that you might be in Gevora on the Tree of Life because so many 5s came out. And in fact, on the Tree of Good and Evil, like the first tree is the Hierophant, but on the second tree is the Tower, and you got both right next to each other. So let's unpack this. So in the heart of the situation, when I was reading these cards the first time, the strongest energy that I got was that something about tradition, something about breaking away from said tradition or indoctrination, right? This also could be the break of a marriage, obviously, for some of you. But for others, you have spiritual title. But sometimes, because these belong to the same Sephira, sometimes the structures, the institutions that we build become like bars, right? They are, maybe they have faulty foundation. There's a lie somewhere in it, and it must come down. Eventually, the lightning strikes, and it does come down, right? This is the teacher, right? So what happens if you have an official title? What happens if you're a teacher, but there's something wrong with the structures that are established? You go your own way. You have to rupture this And in fact, whatever lies are built is coming down. Um, Something else that I got repetitively in this reading, this card has been coming out in the last week, resolution, something about reaching the summit or the peak. Okay, so let's go down the back. How did we got here? So there's some sort of tower that is coming down that cannot be tiptoed around. Um, it could have something to do with fond memories of the past. Um, Clarifying the Six of Cups, we have on the mend. Be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. Sometimes people from our past do us wrong, and we forgive them, not for them, but for ourselves, right? Um, Clarifying the Six of Cups. I don't know if this is you or someone else, but um, you know, someone may be coming to get your attention or something like that. Um, Maybe they want forgiveness. Maybe they want back into your life. Um, that's up to you. I'm just reading what the cards say generally. Here we go with another summit. Okay. Clarifying the Page of Wands, we have Mountain of Mastery. Ascend towards self-realization and triumph, guided by the stoic presence of the Mastery Mountain pathway. Okay, so perhaps this is you, right? You're on the path for self-mastery. One thing that has to be said about the page, yes, usually people say, oh, well, you're gonna get good news or whatever, like if you explore or whatever. This is like the explorer. But remember this card in the subconscious? Like this guy may have a lot to learn, but um he has like fiery desire to explore, and this person is so set in their ways. you know I kind of feel like this is your energy, a very light energy. Now, in the heart of the situation, you did move away from something um that wasn't working for you. Maybe it's family expectations. um Clarifying the Eight of Cups, we have Heart's Desire. Sing along with your heart song, for it knows what you really want. Okay, so yeah, whether or not you had a choice, you accepted that this is not where it's at. The water has dried up, and even though it looks pretty good to everybody else, you're going away um, from that to your heart's desire. Um, there could be a lot hidden of it with it. 10 and 8 is 18, but you be knowing. You be knowing equals 20, divine judgment. Clarifying the High Priestess, we have ties. This talks about like familial ties again. So definitely, maybe it broke your heart that you have to walk away from family. In the challenge position, we do have loss, lack, and regret. You could be pretty broken up about this. You could be holding on to things tight